Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff today. I'm reviewing the song Get Me Away From Here, I'm Dying by Belle and Sebastian. This is part of my ongoing series where I am listening to songs from albums on Rolling Stone's list of the 500 greatest albums of all time. And so, the song that this album is from is number 481 on the list. Again, it's Belle and Sebastian. If You're Feeling Sinister, being a self-pitying shut-in has never sounded better than it does on the Scottish Twee Icons' Breakthrough. The chamber folk arrangements are second to none, like a cup of tea brewed for you by a hopeless crush with a really good record collection. But don't sleep on Stuart Murdoch's subtly sardonic lyrics on The Stars of Track and Field, which, by the way, I've actually reviewed on the channel before I ever started this series. Someone had requested a Belle and Sebastian song, had requested that specific Belle and Sebastian song, and so I'd listened to it on the channel. So go check out that review if you haven't already. And then seeing other people, which give these wistful sounding songs a bite that sets them apart from most imitators. So, all right, obviously a big album here. It's big enough to make the top 500 albums of all time. And so let's listen to a couple songs from it. Again, starting today with Get Me Away From Here, I'm Dying. Let's go ahead and jump right in.
Oh, get me away from here, I'm dying. Play me a song to set me free. Nobody writes them like they used to, so it may as well be me. Here on my own now after hours, here on my own now on a bus. Think of it this way, you could either be successful or be us. Without winning smiles and hugs, without catchy tunes or words. Now we're photogenic, you know, we don't stand a chance. Oh, I'll settle down with some old story about a boy who's just like me. Thought there was love in everything and everyone, you're so naive. They always reach a sorry ending, they always get it in the end. Still it was worth it as I turned the pages solemnly. And then, with a winning smile, the boy with naivety succeeds. At the final moment I cried, I always cry at endings. I always cry at endings. Oh, that wasn't what I meant to say at all. From where I'm sitting, rain falling against the lonely tenement has set my mind to wander into the windows of my lovers. They never know unless I write. This is no declaration, I just thought I'd let you know goodbye. Said the hero in this story, it is mightier than swords. I could kill you, sure, but I could only make you cry with these words. Cry with these words. Cry with these words. Cry with these words. Oh, get me away, I'm dying. 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 Oh, I'm dying. Oh, I'm dying, yeah. Oh, I'm dying, yeah. Oh, get me away, I'm dying. 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 Oh, I'm dying. Oh, I'm dying.
Oh, I feel like there was more song to be had there. That's cut off way too soon. No, that was really enjoyable. I like that song a whole lot on the first listen. It's one of the things about being like a YouTube music reaction channel or whatever, is that sometimes on the first listen, I really like the song a whole lot, like this song. Um, Sometimes on first listen, I'm a little more lukewarm or even dislike certain songs, and that was the case for the Stars of Track and Field. I did not dislike the song. I was more again just kind of lukewarm on it. I remember kind of just being like, yeah, it was all right, whatever. But the interesting thing about being like a YouTube reaction channel is that you guys just really get to see my first reaction. Obviously, that's what the video is a first reaction, and I try to be as authentic as possible. And like if I say I've never heard something before, you can pretty much guarantee I've never heard it before. And so you're really getting the unfiltered first reaction to a song, and sometimes that isn't. How I truly feel about the song a week, a month, a year later. And so I'm saying all that to say, like, yeah, Stars of Track and Field, I was pretty lukewarm on it to start, but I've come around to that song. I do enjoy it quite a bit. If it comes on the playlist, I have it on shuffle or whatever, I'll be like, yeah, okay, we'll sit and listen to this song, no problem. It's a good song. But my review is maybe not the most glowing review when I first listened to it. Whereas I feel like in this song, I liked it from the get-go. There was something about the guitar work, the instrumentation really in general, the vocal style, the lyrics. I think it all just worked really well for me here. So anyway, let's break it down piece by piece like we always do, of course, starting with the lyrics. So let's see. Oh, get me away from here, I'm dying. Play me a song to set me free. Nobody writes them like they used to, so it may as well be me. Here on my own, now after hours. Here on my own, now on a bus. Think of it this way: you could either be successful or be us. Interesting. So it does sound sort of like sort of this almost introspective look at the kind of music that they make, right? And so I'm wondering if the "Oh, get me away from here, I'm dying" is sort of like a almost like a born in the wrong generation type sentiment, because it kind of comes up here, right, where nobody writes them like they used to, so it might as well be me. So it's kind of like maybe I feel like I was born in the wrong time period, that kind of sentiment. I'm not too sure. But again, here on my own, now after hours. Here on my own, now on a bus. Sounds like, again, an artist, maybe on a tour bus, perhaps. And then here, it kind of rounds it out. Think of it this way: you could either be successful or be us. So I don't know where this album falls in their discography. I don't know if it's their first, second, third, etc. But again, I think to me this sounds like a bit of introspection. Like, yeah, there are some bands out there that are super successful. Then there's us who are, still trying to make it. So with our winning smiles and us with our catchy tunes and words, now we're photogenic. We don't stand a chance. And so, again, sounds to me like being a band, right? You have to kind of have a bit of charm, a bit of marketability, right? That winning smile, those catchy tunes, of course, are a huge part of it. And again, being photogenic, being appealing on the eyes as much as the ears, right? So again, I think it's sort of that look into fame and trying to make it as an artist. Let's see. Oh, I'll settle down with some old story about a boy who's just like me. Thought there was love in everything and everyone. You're so naive. They always reach a sorry ending. They always get it in the end. Still, it was worth it as I turned the pages solemnly. And then, with a winning smile, the poor boy with naivete succeeds at the final moment. I cried. I always cry at endings. I always cry at endings. So, again, maybe it's this sort of like relating to that struggle of maybe an artist or just in general, that struggle of trying to make it. And again, in the story, it's like, yeah, that boy with that winning smile does eventually make it. They're okay at the end. Oh, that wasn't what I meant to say at all. From where I'm sitting, rain falling against a lonely tenement has set my mind to wander into the windows of my lovers. They never know unless I write. This is no declaration. I just thought I'd let you know goodbye. And that's interesting, because I do feel like the song kind of starts to take a sort of a left turn here, because I feel like the beginning of the song was more so about, again, that sort of introspection of what it's like to be an artist. And now I'm looking at this, and it's sort of veering into almost like love story territory, right? Where it's like essentially it's like that sort of confession of love, or maybe it's still about being, an artist. Maybe they're on tour and so their lovers are left behind, essentially. And that's kind of where this last part comes in here. I'm not too sure yet. Said the hero in the story, it is mightier than swords. I could kill you, sure, but I could only make you cry with these words. That's a great line, by the way. That is so well written. It is mightier than the swords. Of course, you've heard the phrase, the pen is mightier than the sword. But I love how he says it here. I could kill you, sure, but I could only make you cry with these words. And it's almost like, which one's worse, right? Cry with these words, cry with these words. Oh, get me away, I'm dying, get me away, I'm dying, get me away, I'm dying, yeah, get me away, I'm dying. So, I mean, I feel like it could still be about, like, being an artist, right? And how your words can be moving or make people cry or what have you. I just think it's really interesting the way this last part is written, and again, the lyrics sort of feel like they kind of take a left turn, but I'm sure if I kind of take my time and read through it again, I might be able to really parse out that meaning. But regardless, I thought it was well written. It was interesting. I think there's a few different ways you can take it, but also some really interesting lines there in the lyrics. I'm giving this one 2 big thumbs up lyrically. As far as instrumentation and vocals, like I said, I really like that kind of main guitar going throughout. It's sort of acoustic. It was very poppy. It sounded really, really good. I just want to see if there's anybody credited here. Really just got Stuart Murdoch on vocals, written by Stuart Murdoch, and then backing vocals by Sarah Martin. Doesn't really tell me too much else here, but regardless, I really enjoyed this one, both from an instrumental and vocal standpoint. I thought his voice was sort of sweet and easy to listen to here. Again, the guitar was nice and kind of simple. You even got a little bit of horns there near the end, so that was pretty nice as well. I really dug this one. This was like an instant hit. It was just so catchy right when it hit the ear. So I'm giving it 2 big thumbs up for instrumentation and vocals as well. And as far as replay value goes, this is an easy one. Again, Stars of Track and Field, I was pretty lukewarm about when I first heard it, and that still made the playlist because I'm on 2nd, 3rd, 4th listen. I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. I actually really like this. Whereas this one to me again was like an instant hit. I listened to this and I was like, yeah, this is exactly the kind of song I want on my playlist. It's got really good energy. Again, kind of on the poppier side with some really good instrumentation and vocals and interesting lyrics, which I always like. So 2 big thumbs up for replay value. It's going on the playlist, and I can't wait to listen to it again. So awesome, yeah. I had a feeling that we'd have to get back to Belle and Sebastian eventually, just because when I first did Stars of Track and Field, people were like, yeah, these are some great artists, so you got to listen to them again. And I know it's been a while. It's been at least a year since I first listened to these artists, and so we're kind of getting back to it now as part of my series, and which I hope you guys are enjoying, by the way, because I'm having a great time going through these albums and kind of picking out a few songs. And surely we'll have to go through these albums in their entirety later, but for now it's good to kind of step out of the comfort zone and listen to some artists that don't always get requested. This happens to be an artist that does get requested, but you get what I'm saying. So, excuse me. Anyway, really enjoyed the song. As always, if you enjoyed the music as much as I did, go support the artists. Go listen to their music wherever you can. And if you want to support the channel, you can do all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. I'm always taking requests, so leave those in the comments for me. You can also check the description to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, or TikTok. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.